think I am here to teach you karate kicks? No. I am here to teach you Torah.
So good.
The Torah's 613 commandments are divided into two categories. 248 positive commandments, do these things, and build your relationship with God. And 365 negative commandments. Don't do these things, which will damage your relationship with God. Leave a comment, and I will answer it. Click like on this video, and I will think that that is fine.
Is that a commandment?
Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications.
And you will be granted eternal life.
Maybe. The 10 commandments written on the tablets at Mount Sinai are the root of the entire Torah. According to Kabbalistic tradition, all of the positive commandments are rooted in the first commandment.
I am the Lord your God, etc.
The second is the source of all negative commandments.
You shall have no other gods before me, etc.
Questions. Rabbi, why is the foundation of all negative commandments idolatry? Isn't it ridiculous to worship a statue that I myself made? By telling me not to worship other gods, isn't that implying there are other gods? Otherwise, the Torah could have instructed us, don't be silly and imagine make-believe things. We see throughout the Torah that our people have been constantly challenged by the temptation to worship idols. What was this intense craving that we can't seem to relate to at all? It would seem that this topic of idolatry would go far deeper than we might have imagined. The Talmud tells us that the inclination to serve idols was so great that our sages called up the source of its drive in the human will and decimated it. We are told that with its destruction also ended the age of prophecy. It would seem that the very same potential for prophetic power was responsible for the interest in idolatry. It was a lust for spirituality that we simply can't imagine anymore, since it was removed from our being. Let's make one thing clear. Idolatry was not the belief that graven images and statues were God. What it was services intended to appease the intermediaries. You see, the world we live in is the final world in a series of worlds. Each one receives potential energy from the one above it, compiles that code, and then manifests it as the world below it. Until this world, the world of actualization, where reality is final and concretized. The world just above ours is the world of the stars. Mazel. The stars and constellations are the last channels of divine energy that provide the world with what we see in it. If done correctly, one could potentially read the stars and predict the future in the same way that a botanist could watch a seed fall and predict what kind of tree would sprout from there. This was the ancient practice of astrology. Its intricate details have long been forgotten, and today, astrology is a bunch of baloney. So what is idolatry? Idolatry is to interact directly with a specific channel and try to manipulate it to get what you need. Analogy. You go to the store to buy a phone, and you discover that it costs $1,000, and you have a 50. So you go to the clerk, and you whisper in his ear, I'll slip you the 50, you slip me the phone. So too, the practice of idolatry ignores the true master and owner of all things. It's an attempt to hack the system, to get what I want. The Torah instructs us, do not deal with these perceived sources of power. Then you miss the whole point of your existence. Did you think you were here to collect lots of money? Did you think the purpose of your life was to climb the social ladder? No. You were created with the awesome opportunity to develop a personal connection with the infinite creator. Idolatry in our times is any drive which distracts you from your true purpose. Do not lose sight of the ultimate goal. Pay no mind to the false gods.
Release your ego.